Back into the lab.
Yep.
Hey, Bernard. Bye, Bernard.
There we go. You might want to go ahead and save in the new slot just because.
Oh, yes.
Because you're like right at the end of the game, yes.
Open door.
He ain't going to do anything about it, buddy. So now you need to get... Yeah, we've gotten past all your safeguards. Yeah, you have some time. So open up that radioactive sign door there. 2 minutes. Now use the key card.
Okay.
The one Bernard has. You can walk Bernard in here.
No, I can't.
Aww. Time to reload save. I'm glad I remembered that dick move. That's all I'm going to say.
You know how dick it is?
I think you can leave. Once you leave here, you should get your option back. Yeah. So go ahead and have Bernard give him the key card.
Not Fraser.
It's not as much of a dick move as it could be, but the fact that it looks like you're now stuck with just Dave and Dave by himself, and if you don't have the key card, it looks like you're doomed.
Come on.
Pull the lever! Grab the meteor, I believe, is all you have to do. I remember this being the end. Okay, there we go. Open up the trunk. You don't have the car key, do you?
Yellow car key?
Yeah.
Let's make Dave use what you said. Transfer these keys to Dave, you said.
Well, yeah. Why not?
Yellow key, wasn't it? Right now. We need car key. The yellow key. Anything else?
Well, the thing is, we just needed to be able to launch the meteor with the car. That's all we needed.
Right, we have everything.
Yeah, just make sure you use the key on the trunk first, and not the car itself. Now use the key on the car.
No.
There's so many more options.
Yeah, if there are various ways to win the game. If you don't have the door unlocked and the police actually get to come by, well, the police will drop a badge in front of the door that you can hand to the purple tentacle, or show him. And the purple tentacle leaves you alone after that. But if you want a different ending completely as far as the meteor is concerned, you'd need to bring the rider along and at some point get a hold of their manuscript. You type up their manuscript, you get the contract, and then you hand that contract to the meteor, and it decides to give up its life of crime and become a writer instead.
What?
That is another way to finish that.
mentioned before there was some reluctance to doing this game. Well, down the line, they may to do a game similar. Instead of 3 characters, you have 5.
Yeah.
You can probably guess what it is, but we've got a longer game planned before then. So, any thoughts towards this masterpiece of a game?
Okay, so hear me out. I like this game. I actually like this game a lot. There was a point in time I hated this game. And that point in time was when I tried to play it on the Nintendo. Yeah, the NES had a port of this game where you controlled the mouse cursor with the D-pad. I want you to think about that for a second. You ever try to pixel hunt for a light switch in the dark with a D-pad controlling the cursor? Yeah, you had to do that. But then I played it on PC, where the mouse controls were actually a thing. It's like, oh, this game is much smoother. Now, I say I love this game. I do. I also recognize the many, many problems this game has. As we explored fully at the end there, you have to make a save and trial and error your way into going, okay, I need all the stuff on this one character before it goes down there. And it doesn't have to be Dave. It can be anyone, as long as whoever you can gain the protection of, whoever you can get the protection of against the tentacles, is the one to go down there. Like, for example, if we'd given the green tentacle the contract with Bernard, then Bernard would have to be the one to go down there and at least get to the final door. Things like that. But if you looked carefully, you will notice that the only one of the 2 characters we brought with us was actually needed to beat the game in full. The other 2 characters were largely there to do things like, distractions. Like, you notice that we could get into Edna's room by prank calling her, or we could sacrifice a kid, basically, and have them step into Edna's room, and while Edna's escorting that kid to jail, we would have run in there, grabbed the key, went up the ladder, prepped the room for the telescope, that type of thing. And you notice we did it again for Ed. And if you're wanting to know, yes, Ed's plans are in the game. It's just Ed's plans can't be done. We can't do anything with those without the guy who develops photos. So yeah, we were on Ed's bad side permanently after we picked up his dime. It just didn't really matter over the course of the game, except to make things slightly more difficult if we were to run into him. But yeah, the novelist would actually you'd find a manuscript, and you would type it up and get a contract for it and send that contract to the Meteor. Sid and Razor basically do the exact same things. They'll get the contract for the green tentacle in the exact same way. Bernard will, and you notice that where all these paths are leading are paths that take you into the basement with either the green tentacle protecting you, or you manage to grab the police badge and hand it to the purple tentacle to prove you're on his side. That type of thing. Or in the case of Michael, where you're developing the photo, he gets the plans to Ed, and Ed protects you from the purple tentacle. So all of those characters have a way to get you into that last room. And the other 2 characters are mainly there as a distraction. So in that respect, I think this game is really, really well designed. There's a lot here that I can see going forward. A lot of other people got to make really good use out of.
Oh, yeah.
But that said, it is very much a first game in the series. And the logic involved in many, many of these steps is, shall we say, a little bit headed towards the moon.
Oh, yeah. And it lowly doesn't tell that there was no game save function in the original version.
Yeah, there was. You could save your game.
I just heard otherwise.
It was annoying to do originally because they didn't program it very well, but you could do it. They even managed to get game saves in the NES version.
That's a feat.
Which had censorship in it,
Oh, yeah.
which made things a little difficult at points. And it also made it so you couldn't save the game, so you couldn't finish the game with just one character. You actually needed, I think there were 2 characters that were, basically, if you did not pick one of the 2 characters to go with you, you couldn't finish the game.
So it's kind of like what's happened with I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah, that's a completely different story because Germany.
Yeah.
Germany rendered the game completely unwinnable.
Yep.
Just right from the outset, you could not beat it in the German release at all.
Yep, because all of Nimtok's levels were completely banned.
Yep. Anything regarding Nazi imagery and all that, completely out. So that means, oh look, for Nimdok there, Nimdok has absolutely nothing he can do, so he cannot contribute to the final stage. So you cannot win the game. Since you have to get all of the captured people to do their things.
It says Basil Faulty puts it, don't mention the war.
Basically.
This session has gone over a wee bit, so it's time to wrap this up. If anything, I can now say I played a bit of gaming history now. Maniac Mansion.
Yep.
You can check out our playthrough of Day of the Tentacle, the sequel to this, on Raven's channel as well.
Well, I'll probably stick this in the playlist for Day of the Tentacle. So it's been a ride.
Indeed it has. Especially for the meteor at the end.
Oh yeah.
You could say it was great.
The ending to this was great, yes.
So until next time, I have been the Raven. This has been Maniac Mansion. That's been StarprincessHLC. That's been Surot. And until we return with something else, be good, folks.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.